On this week's Bob Redfern's Outdoor Magazine, it's all about turkeys. Bob goes to the low country of South Carolina for a low country spring turkey hunt. And then he goes to Union Springs, Alabama for a first-time turkey hunting rodeo. Plus, on the Sportsman's Table, we have a low country oyster recipe. All this and a whole lot more on this week's Bob Redfern's Outdoor Magazine.
That's you, Bob. Woo! Beautiful shot.
Well, don't lose that one.
I ain't gonna lose it.
That's the big one of the day.
Oh my goodness. Folks, welcome to our program this week. It's spring in the South, and that means turkey hunting. And joining me this week from Oak Grove Plantation, the owner, Scott Rhodes. He's a forester by trade. This is a family 4,000-acre playground here down in Brunson, South Carolina. This is an awesome place.
Great to have you.
Scott, thank you so much. Family, fun, hunting, fishing. You guys got it all down here. Tell everybody what Oak Grove Plantation is all about.
Oak Grove started with my father putting together multiple parcels of land here, and it's amassed into what you just mentioned, about 4,000 acres. It has started with my grandfather, the first parcel of land. The hunting, the fishing, the recreation is something that my family takes a lot of pride and passion in. It's something we do professionally and really enjoy it and enjoy sharing it with people like y'all. Well,
Scott, thanks so much for having us down at beautiful Oak Grove Plantation. And folks, stay tuned. When we come back, this guy's going to put me on some turkeys out here at Oak Grove Plantation. Let's see just how good turkey hunting is down here at Oak Grove Plantation in the low country of South Carolina.
Bob Redfern's Outdoor Magazine, brought to you by Abu Garcia for life. By the South Carolina Department of Agriculture, nothing's fresher, nothing's finer. By South Carolina Association of Tourism Regions. And by Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time. This week's Chevy destination takes us to Brunson, South Carolina, located in the low country of South Carolina. This week we're at Oak Grove Plantation, which offers to the public white-tailed deer, wild turkey, and bobwhite quail hunts throughout the year. All hunting packages include cooked meals, snacks, maid services, and game cleaning. For more information on Oak Grove Plantation, visit them online at www.huntoakgrove.com. And to get to your next Chevy destination, make sure you're getting there in a new Chevy Silverado. Our second morning hunt at Oak Grove Plantation started off as slow as the first, but our guide Scott Rhodes noted two gobblers in a dead heat heading to the decoy. We had heard these gobblers early in the morning, but all had been quiet for a while, but that was soon to change. As you can see, these gobblers are really curious about the decoy, which was just a turkey fan on an arrow. We wanted to wait to get some gobbler strutting and see what they would do to our decoy, since this was the first time we had used it in the field. The turkeys seemed curious, but also were not sure about this decoy. After the turkeys satisfied their curiosity, we know they might be heading out.
Great shot, Bo. Great shot. Let me tell you, folks, Brunson, South Carolina, Oak Grove Plantation. Tell you what, gosh, Scott Rhodes, right down here. Jimmy Crack Corn. Wow. I tell you what, when they came in here, I know y'all saw them. My heart was racing. How about you, Scott? Whew. Listen, to set this hunt up, folks, we had 6 or 7 birds. Come on up here, Scott. 6 or 7 birds. I mean, they were all in this huge field. And Scott, you know, I didn't have a clue because I couldn't see back to my right. Yeah. Come on up here, man. Whew. and I know we'll just wait just a couple of minutes. And I know, you know, folks, let me introduce you to our guide here today, Scott Rhodes. Scott. Man, I tell you what, Oak Grove Plantation's got it going on. You guys have got so many turkeys down here. I mean, this is awesome.
Thank you. We've worked at it for a long time, and it gets better and better every year. So.
Well, you know, it does. This doesn't happen by accident. I mean, it really doesn't. Yeah. You know, you as a forester, management, wildlife biologist, I mean, and just outdoor lover. I mean, this is kind of how it all ends.
Good stuff.
Yeah, man. Woo, golly. You know, those birds are just, they were awesome. What do you think those birds will go? They had good, what, 10 inch?
One of them's looked like he had a nice thick paintbrush.
He did, yeah.
But, that was, I was wondering what they were going to do. They, you know, I saw them from probably 150 yards across the field. I looked and just saw a black sheen, you know, coming.
Yeah, yeah.
So I wasn't sure at first until I saw one of them break into strut that we didn't have jakes coming at us. So.
Man, well,
wow.
You know, we got in here, folks, about, what, 6 o'clock? Yeah, something like that, and snuck in here. This is a planted pine field. And then we got to talk about your decoy, okay?
Oh, yeah.
You know, folks, we've spent a lot of time in the woods, and I know this is a long segment, but there's one thing here you got to learn. We get to see a lot of guides. And what Scott has done here, he's taken a tail fan, and it's not rocket science, okay? And I will tell you, we've missed turkeys because basically of decoys.
That's right.
And that fan did it. Yeah. I mean, it was just low enough, and that's what they saw. Yeah. That's exciting, man. I got to tell you.
Especially when they strut and jockey around that thing and double gobble and.
Yeah. I mean, and clucked, and I mean, they just didn't know how to react to that, you know. And of course, what's so wonderful about it, not one, but we get two.
Yes.
And hey, listen, you were on target this morning, man.
Excellent hunt.
Well, it was awesome. Great calling.
Let's go get some coffee and some birds. How about
that? I'm all over it, man. Woohoo! Well, Scott, I tell you what, you go get yours on the right. I'm gonna get the one I shot. Let's compare. All right.
Will do.
We got to see what we got. These. Now I think they had a pretty good sized beard. Now, let me tell you something. Now, before I pick up that bird, folks, this right here was the ticket. That fan on a stick is awesome. Scott, listen, this thing right here is better than any decoy I believe we've ever used. I am not kidding. I don't know whether it's because it's low to the ground. Oh yeah, look at that beard. Oh my goodness. Woo.
Purdy.
Purdy birds, purdy birds.
Been doing some strutting, 1 inch.
Yeah. What do you think those birds are? 3-year-old?
This is a 3-year-old turkey.
Yeah. Same. Yeah.
Yep.
I'll tell you what.
That's the one that had the wide beard that
you
could see. It's
the paintbrush right there.
He was developing into.
Well, you know,
nice one.
As turkey hunters will be, I mean, these kinds are a proud moment. I did not expect these birds to come in like that.
Yeah.
You know, I mean. Yeah. Now, we've had that happen to us before, but, you know, folks, what you didn't see off camera, Scott was kind of positioned to my right, and he saw those birds coming and running from our right to our left, and I had trees over there in my way, so I you know, and you're back there, hard right, hard right. I was going, oh, man, I don't see a thing. So, of course, you know, we had to get the camera on them, but when they hit right there, then I picked them up.
That's one of those things that just makes turkey hunting so exciting.
It does. You know? I mean, you know, and it's one of those things where, you know, folks have got to realize these birds are going to do what they're going to do. It don't matter how you roost them, you do whatever you want to do, but they're going to do whatever they're going to do. And I tell you what, we got a pair this morning.
Outstanding hunt, you know, just when you least expect it, you're sitting there and the bird that you set up on leads with the hen, doesn't gobble again after it hits the ground, and these two birds just come out of nowhere.
Well, it's the ticket right there. Right. I will always have one of those in the truck. Now
it's nice and easy, and
it is
very portable.
Wow. And the thing I really struck me was they putted out. I thought he was going to attack it. You know, that first one I shot on the left there. Oh, man, I tell you what, you eagle eye, Bo. Eagle eye, man. Woo, gosh. All right, well, I tell you what, it's time for coffee. Yeah, breakfast.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Let's do it.
All right. Oh, no, hey.
Let's put some tags on these birds.
Yeah, I've got to do that. Yep. Well, Scott, just one final thing before we get on out of here and get to breakfast and coffee. As a wildlife biologist, tell me about the differences in these feathers.
One thing I notice about this bird, and you see this in some of these swamp turkeys, is how dark they are.
Yeah.
And, you know, I've seen pictures of birds that individuals claim to be Osceolas from the northern part of Florida that don't even have feathers this dark.
Oh, yeah.
The barring is even tighter than this. So those are very, very dark. His seem to stand out a little bit more, even though they got a lot of, they're broken, the barring is, but this guy has a very dark appearance.
I tell you, they're a beautiful bird. Well, with that, we've got them tagged. It's time to bag them. It's breakfast time. Woo! And you know, folks, we had an opportunity to head on down to Alabama. I tell you what, we had a great opportunity down there to be with, I guess it was 100 different hunters for a good cause. It was called the Turkey Rodeo, and it was the very first annual one. Let's take a look at what we did while we were down in Alabama and talk to some of the great folks and see how they did on their turkey hunt. You ready to go to breakfast?
Let's go.
Let's go, man. Folks, joining me now is Bart Castleberry. He is the organizer here at Great Southern Outdoors for the first annual Rojo Turkey Rodeo just outside of Union Springs, Alabama. And I tell you what, Bart, thank you for having us down here. I tell you what, we're down here trying to film a turkey hunt in Alabama, but you guys have put this event together. Tell me about the first annual 2012 Rojo Turkey Rodeo, man.
Bob, I think it was a tremendous success, given that the weather conditions weren't exactly right today. We had a total of 12 turkeys brought in. The biggest turkey weighed right at 20.9 pounds, I believe, and it was a good success overall. Especially with the initial event, we're looking forward to making it bigger, and we're learning what to do and what not to do, but I think it was a tremendous success.
Well, you know, Bart, I will tell you, I've been a part of a lot of these types of events. I know they used to do, even here in the state of Alabama, they used to have what they call the Governor's One-Shot event. And you know, for what you put together here, and of course some of your other volunteers, and folks, I'll have to mention to you that he is a pure volunteer because he loves, it's a passion and obsession, and I know to volunteer to put something together like this really takes a special person.
Well, I appreciate it. I really do. I enjoy the outdoors. Turkey hunting's my passion. These guys out here that are out here today are an example of what we love to do. We have a good core group here, and we enjoy hunting together. And this was a great time to socialize and actually bring the aspect of turkey hunting all together in one place.
Well, you know, and then finally just getting 49 teams together, and of course, again, the weather was horrible. And you know, folks, turkey hunters always got an excuse, but I'll have to tell you, it was pretty rough this morning.
It really was. It was strange to see how we had teams from all over the Black Belt, and some of the teams from West Alabama seemed to benefit because where we thought they wouldn't, they were further away from Union Springs. However, the weather got out of there quicker.
Right.
Where the guys that were hunting around here, Mother Nature seemed to level the playing field.
Well, Bart, I tell you what, my hat's off to you. You put on a great event here, and I tell you what, maybe we can even come back down here next year.
Man, we'd love it.
And see it double in size because, again, these are the things that folks love to enjoy. It's the fellowship, it's the family atmosphere, and I'll be honest with you, it's just folks that volunteer to put these things on. It's just like you. It's what we're all about and promote hunting and the future of hunting.
Great. And we really enjoyed it. We're glad that you came out and were a part of it, and we want you to be a part of it from now on. So.
Well, we'll do that, and thanks, folks. And tell you what, right here from Union Springs, Alabama, we're right here at the first annual Rojo Turkey Rodeo.
Bob Redfern's Outdoor Magazine, brought to you by Chevrolet and Chevy Trucks, still America's best built truck. By Pennington Seed, the leader in wildlife forage products. And by Browning, the best there is. And by the Myrtle Beach Area Chamber of Commerce. Myrtle Beach, this is the place. The Sportsman's Table, brought to you by the South Carolina Department of Agriculture. By South Carolina. Nothing's fresher, nothing's finer.
Joining me today from the Culinary Institute of Charleston is Chef Fred Newville from the Fat Hen Restaurant on Johns Island. It is an awesome recipe today. Fresh oysters. Fred, I'm all over oysters now. This is a great recipe. Let's get started.
All right, well, you can't beat it. Buford oysters are just succulent, delicious. First, what we have to do is we have to make our sauce. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a liaison. And what a liaison is it's just an egg yolk.
Okay.
Okay, 1 egg yolk per cup of cream.
All right.
Okay, so what I have in here is I have a South Carolina egg from Wamala Island. And I've got my cream, heavy whipping cream in here.
Oh, yeah.
We want it hot. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put a rag down here so that I can whisk.
Ah, yeah, there you go.
Okay, move this over here. All right. And what we're going to do is we're just going to temper this cream in.
Okay.
Real quick. Tempering allows the egg to cook but not scramble.
I got you. So it's still liquefied.
Yes, it's still liquefied. So it brings it up a little bit, brings it up the temperature. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add this egg yolk. Once it's tempered, I'm just going to add it right into my cream. Just going to add this right in here. And that egg yolk will just thicken the sauce just so it's nice and thick. Okay, and it adds a richness to the sauce that you wouldn't otherwise get.
I got you.
What I'm going to do is I'm just going to strain it right in here.
Okay. I tell you what, you guys and gals always never cease to amaze me.
Why is that?
Well, just all these different techniques, you know, and again, it's very simple.
Very simple.
Yeah, very simple.
But it adds that flavor that you can't beat. Now I'm going to put a little olive oil in my pan.
Okay.
I'm going to get it hot. All right, we're going to do that. And then I'm going to add my country ham.
Okay.
Nothing like good country ham. So what we've done is we've rendered our ham down, our country ham down. We're going to add our shallots. All right. Which are nice sweet onions. Okay, I'm going to add a little white wine.
Ah, there we go.
There it is. Okay. We're going to cook that liquid out. We're going to add our mushrooms.
That already smells awesome, Fred.
Isn't that something?
Now, this is a recipe that you serve at the restaurant as well.
It is.
Yeah, okay.
It is. I do. I serve it at the restaurant. Okay?
Well, folks, and if you want this copy of the recipe, just log on to bobredfern.com and Fred will have it posted out there.
What we're going to do is we're going to add our sauce.
Wow.
Our liaison.
Okay.
Okay. Just cook that a little bit. We're going to add our oysters.
Now, these are fresh oysters, right?
Oh, these are fresh oysters right from Buford.
There you go.
They're absolutely delicious. They're big, plump, and delicious.
I've never eaten them this way, though. Normally, it's on a cracker with hot sauce. Okay?
I got you. I got you. Well, you can add a little hot sauce to this, and you can serve it over crackers if you want.
I always got to put the spice of life on my food, you know? There we go.
Okay, we're just going to cook these until they're just done.
That's awesome. Man.
Right, we're going to add our spinach.
Okay.
Little Ambrose Farm spinach on Johns Island. All right, now what we're going to do is we're just going to put this over our nicely grilled bread.
Wow. That is awesome.
All righty.
And it smells great.
There you go.
All the flavors. Wow.
And there you have it. There's your oysters dish from
the Fat Hen. Wow.
Can't get any better than that in South Carolina.
Well,
I'm telling you.
It's awesome, Fred. Thank you so much, and I appreciate you coming in today, being our guest, and a little something for you to take back to the Fat Hen Kitchen.
Thank you very much. I
from our
appreciate
good friends of Olinda Olive Oil. And again, thank you so much for being here.
Sir.
Okay. And with that, folks, the finest farm-to-table produce and seafood, the Fat Hen on Johns Island is your place you got to be. Log on to their website at thefathen.com and make your reservation today. And remember, nothing's fresher, nothing's finer unless it's certified South Carolina. Log on to see for yourself at certifiedscgrown.com.
If you would like to have this recipe and others featured on this program, visit our website at www.bobredfern.com. Learn and Grow is brought to you by Fennington Seed. Fennington Seed. Better research, better seed, better results.
Folks, welcome back to the program. Joining me again is Scott Rhodes. He is a forester by trade, but also he's the owner here at Oak Grove Plantation. We're going to talk about habitat, turkey management, wildlife management, those kinds of things. And you know, Scott, again, if you had one tip you had to give folks about wildlife management, specifically maybe for turkeys in the spring, what would it be? We're in a perfect spot here.
It would be wise food plot management. This is an area that was planted last August in soybeans and clay peas. The deer ate it out. I bush hogged it down to stubble, and instead of disking it, I no-tilled Durana clover through that stubble last September. It came through well. Unfortunately, we're in dry weather's upon us, and the clover isn't looking as good, but hopefully it'll pull through the summer.
Well, you know, and Durana is really resilient. Again, it produces its own nitrogen as well, so it's got that ability to come back 5-6 years from now. Yep. So, you know, again, here we are, transition zone. You got some hardwood stands behind you. You got other open fields in the back. So it's a great spot. And Scott, I tell you, just looking at this entire plantation, you guys do it well here at Oak Grove.
Well, thank you.
Well, we appreciate it very much. And folks, that is all we got for our Learn and Grow segment this week here at Oak Grove Plantation.
Learn and Grow is brought to you by Pennington Seed. Pennington Seed. Better research, better seed, better results.
That's our show for this week, folks. I'd like to thank Scott Rhodes for a great spring turkey hunt. And you know, if you're looking for a new place to hunt in South Carolina's Low Country, then log on to his website at huntoakgrove.com or go to my website and click on the top 16. He'll be listed there for deer, turkey, and quail. They got it all here at Oak Grove Plantation. And as always, the outdoors are our passion. I want it to be yours too. We'll see you right back here again next week for another episode.